Hello. It has been way too long since I have filmed my last video. I said I was going to miss a week. I think I've missed a couple weeks at this point, so I apologize sincerely. I don't know, this month has just been a whirlwind of events. Initially, the reason I was gone, just some quick updates for you guys, is because, like I said, I was going to Colorado and it was very, very fun. The first couple of days we went camping, did the whole hiking thing. That was really, really beautiful. You know, a very interesting first time experience for sure. And then, I feel like my lighting sucks. Will this help? And then the plan was to spend a couple of days in Denver, which Denver is such a cool city. Lots of things to do. People are awesome. There are so many bikes and dogs everywhere, just like totally right up my alley. But unfortunately things didn't go according to plan. We ended up only spending one day there. I'm not going to get into it, but in all, it was a really, really fun trip. I would definitely go back to Colorado. It was beautiful. And then also I went to a couple of concerts this month. I saw Andrew McMahon for like the third or fourth time. It's getting up there. I've seen him just about as much as I've seen Tokyo Police Club, which is pretty crazy. But yes, every time his shows just get better and better, much more theatrical and whimsical, and yeah, this show was no exception for sure. I also finally got to see Panic at the Disco, which was amazing. I've never sweat so much in my life, but it was so worth it. Such a high energy concert. The crowd was not like rude at all. I've heard that those Panic at the Disco shows get like really out of hand and like people are like passing out and stuff, but it was fun. It was a really good time. Weezer was actually also the headliner. I've seen them before, so it wasn't anything super new for me, but I mean, as always, they were pretty cool. With that being said, I think I will head on over to Instagram first, and then a few anonymous ones on Tumblr, which I will do at the end. So let's just kick things off now. Ellen Bogan asks, do you ever plan on going fully vegan in the future? That is definitely a goal of mine. It's just not working for me at this point in time. At least during the school year, I am much more careful about my diet and like what I'm bringing into my home and cooking and things like that. But here at my parents' house, it's like, it's not impossible, so I'm not gonna like make excuses and say it is, but I'm just not ready for it at this point in time. But it is something very, very important to me. I eat vegan as much as I can, and it is something I would probably like to transition into in the future, hopefully. Lauren, who I work with, how much do you love me? And she also asks, if this were The Bachelorette, would you give me your final rose? Lauren, wow, I love you dearly. I mean, how can I not? You let me borrow your pink calculator, which matches the color of your hair, and yes, I would give you my final rose. Zip Sushi asks, what's your current wallpaper on your phone? And if I could visit anywhere, what? I can read, I promise. Where would I go, basically? Okay, my wallpaper has been the same for a long time. It's this random picture I got from Tumblr. I might focus in on it. I wish I could credit the artist. And then anywhere I could visit, honestly, Scandinavia. And I'm going to be going there. I'm going to be in Denmark. I'm sure I will hop around to the other Scandinavian countries fairly easily. So I'm super excited that is a very realistic goal that I will be achieving very, very soon. It's Jessica asks, are you coming to LA soon? Would you ever do a meetup? I unfortunately don't have any plans of coming to LA soon. I will probably apply for internships there, which would be like next summer, but I mean, I'm going to be applying to a bunch of different jobs in different cities, so nothing is necessarily guaranteed. I would always like to do a meetup somewhere, anywhere, but I just don't know how many people would actually come. I don't have that many of you guys following me in the grand scheme of things here on YouTube these days, but I mean, possibly. I don't know. It could be a good time. Hearts of Joy asks, when it comes to being minimalist, do you have any friends or family members that are also doing the same thing, or are you the only one in your friend group? If so, how do you feel with that? Well, there is actually a group of girls at work who found out about my YouTube channel. Totally chill. I think I either said something about it or they just discovered it. I don't remember. Basically, Lauren, a gal, she's one of them, and a couple of others were very, very intrigued by the idea of a capsule wardrobe, and quite a few of them have decided to try it. So as far as people in like my immediate family, like my parents or friend groups, I'm kind of doing my own thing with that. So I've inspired a couple friends, but not everyone. which is fine. It is what it is. Adrian Across the Universe asks, what do you do to relieve stress? Honestly, I just really like going for car rides, driving myself, that is, just listening to music really, really loudly, driving literally from like far east side of my city all the way to the west side. Pakashumi, I just want to go over your question real quick. I don't necessarily have an answer, but I just want to address it. She asks what advice I have for anyone interested in studying / interning abroad / out of their country. I will probably do a video on this after I study abroad, because at this point in time I am really in no position to give adequate advice just yet, but it is a very it is a very good question. I just can't answer it right now. Holly Marie 57 asks, do I still talk to the girls I used to have this YouTube channel with? No, have not for quite a few years now. Anne Luong asks, what's the hardest adjustment you've had to make from high school to college? Definitely finding time to have a social life and make friendships. In high school, it is so much easier to make friends, whether they are just like very shallow friendships because you see the same people every day, you have class with them. It's very easy to have constant conversations with them. In college, that's just not as easy. People's schedules are out of control, crazy, and I don't know, not everyone is into the same things anymore. I think I've said this before, I'm just not a huge partier at all. That's not my scene. And not that there aren't people like that in college, because there are. I just feel like it's harder to come by. So that's definitely been a challenge, but I definitely am getting it figured out. I do have, people that I can hang out with when I'm at school, and it's a much more comfortable environment for me than it was my freshman year. Hi, Danielle asks, if you could redo your college route, what would you do? Different school, different major, possibly a different school, but also possibly not, because I don't know. Iowa State, the school I go to, it's top 10 in the nation for what I am studying, so I don't know if it would necessarily make sense to waste my time and efforts going to a school in a different state, because that's like, it's a big undertaking. And I definitely would not pick another major. I feel like this major is perfect for me. My major, my minor, like absolutely, like it's what I want to do. It's pretty much what I've always wanted to do since as long as I can remember. So yeah, I guess I probably wouldn't do anything differently actually, which is a good feeling to have. PB Cupcake asks, do you have a lip product that you couldn't live without? Best eyebrow products. Lip products, I'm like very weird about. Like, I have a bunch of different things. They're all okay. I can't necessarily recommend anything I love. In general, I really like matte lip things. Not so much matte like liquid lipsticks, although I am wearing one today and it's chill, it's whatever. But usually I'm more of like a lip pencil kind of gal, just like the lip pencil all over the lip, and that's the look, Specific eyebrow products though, anything Anastasia Beverly Hills. I know that's so typical, but like I use the brow definer right now and I feel like it just, I'm just getting a little distracted there. I feel like it does a good job. That's basically all I'm trying to say. I've used the Brow Wiz in the past too. It's good. It's good stuff. Era Destiny also has quite a few questions. What's been the hardest part of your minimalism journey? The initial like clear out was definitely difficult. It's not really something you can do in one go easily. I mean, it's possible, but it takes time. It honestly can take like a year. What's one thing about you that would surprise your viewers? I never had a pet growing up. I don't know, is that surprising? I really want a dog though. When I graduate from college, you best believe I'm gonna get me a dog. I don't care what kind. I did have a fish for a very long time. Actually, it's kind of weird. She was a betta fish named Poe, after the red Teletubby. So that lets you know like how young I was when I got her. I actually cried when she died, but I am a sensitive piece of crap, so it is who I am. Let's see. And then also she asks, is there a point of being too punk rock? Or is it always okay to be emo? At what point do you turn down the punk rockometer? This is the most important question. You can never be too punk rock. Punk rock, it is an enigma. It is just an essential element of life. If you live a life without any bit of punk rock, like, did you actually live a life at all? Is the question. So those are all of the questions I'm going to answer from Instagram. Let's hop on over to Tumblr real quick. Someone also asks, do you want to get married and or have kids in the future? I probably would like to get married eventually. No rush whatsoever. Kids, on the other hand, is a super tricky one for me. In theory, I guess I like the idea of having kids, but at the same time, like, realistically, it kind of scares the crap out of me. And last question, a very interesting one. Would you date a girl? You know, I've genuinely thought about this before. I'm sure everyone has, you know, no matter what gender they are, considered dating someone of their own gender, even if that's something that's, like, I don't know, never been on the horizon. And honestly, probably not. I don't know. At least not at this point in time, I can't realistically see that happening for me. It's just not something I'm into. I think it's awesome that other people are, though. So that is it for this Q&A and little update. Hopefully more videos to come. I need to figure out what the heck I'm doing. But yeah, I can't be gone this long again. I miss you guys too much. It's crazy. So I will definitely be back very, very soon, I hope. But until the next video, I will see you guys next time. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm always so bad with my outro. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.